We're back again with another video. Times my character should have just packed it up, part 2. Now I'm not gonna lie, this one might be a lot longer than the last one. So first up, we got Supergirl versus Darkseid, and do not let this image fool you because this is not how to fight win. So it starts off with Superman and Supergirl walking up to the house, and yeah, Superman gets cooked already. Hold up, pause. We really gotta talk about this for real, because how did Darkseid even get in the house without breaking the door down? Just look at how big this man is. He had a teleporter inside there, a boom tube or something. But anyway, back to the fight. So Darkseid breaks the door down and Supergirl just stands there, not even trying to block. Darkseid sends her flying and then says this:
I gave my word I would not come for the girl. Your death, however, is long overdue, Superman.
Yeah, we all know that's cap. Dude started fighting Supergirl the minute he got Superman out of the way. Darkseid launches the Omega beams at Superman. Supergirl pushes him out of the way, and then she gets blasted by them. Darkseid must have hated Supergirl more though, because he took her an extra mile. This is crazy disrespect. And after the smoke clears, they done gave Supergirl her own version of the Yamcha pose. This is crazy. At least Supergirl not sorry though. Superman sees that, gets mad, charges in, and gets caught. Look at him, legs dangling in the air and everything. He tries to use heat vision and gets blocked, and then he gets uppercutted right into orbit. The Darkseid was petty though and said, nah, that is not enough distance. Shoots the Omega beams at him and pushes him even farther. Look at him, just standing there smirking, not paying attention to a thing. And that's where he got caught lacking. Supergirl pulls up, kicks him, and then he falls into the house. After the smoke clears, he gets up, and then Supergirl pulls up and look at her, ready to run the fade. But who's gonna tell her that there's levels to this? Supergirl soon found that out, that this is not gonna be an easy fight. She charges in, dodges the Omega beams, and uppercuts him. Darkseid gets punched out of the house, charges up the Omega beams, and then hits Supergirl. This had her rolling all type of ways, but the right way. And this right here is just pure disrespect. Darkseid waits for her to stop rolling, and then stops on her. My guy had it look like a whole nuclear explosion went off. And this is just even more disrespect. He wipes his foot on her face. Supergirl lasers him, he steps back, she lasers him again, but this time he blocks it, picks her up, slams her, and kicks her, and then ends it off with an Omega beam. Once again, had her rolling all type of ways, but the right way. And after all that, Darkseid begins to walk her down again, and I'm not gonna lie, it looked like Supergirl on 2 HP right now. Instead of throwing hands, Darkseid just started spamming Omega beams. Supergirl dodges them because she's Weave Nation certified. She charges back in towards Darkseid, and this was just embarrassing. Because how in the world did you get hit by your own move? Like, bro, you launched the attack! Him and Frieza are making the same mistake right now. And Supergirl flies back in, gut checks him, and kicks him in the air. She charges back in again, and I'm not gonna lie, Darkseid was just getting cooked. He tries shooting the Omega beam, she dodges it, and slams him back into the ground. After the smoke clears, we see Darkseid is still getting cooked. Supergirl gives him the treatment that he gave her earlier and stomps right on him. Darkseid proceeds to get cooked again, and this is where it happened. This is the part of why I say why Supergirl should never pulled up. She charges back in, gets slam punched and then kicked at the same time. She charges back in, gets cooked even more, and this is how you know it's bad. It doesn't even show us what happened. She gets slammed against the wall and then kicked out of the house and lands right on her back. Darkseid begins to walk her down again, and oh nah. Look at how they got my girl looking. They got my goat hitting the Yamcha pose again. Darkseid proceeds to just burn her with the mega beams, and yeah, that's basically the end of the fight. She got cooked. Hey, she put up a good fight though, but like I said, there's levels to this. Now this next one is just pure disrespect. Ichigo versus Grimmjow. This one was barely even a fight if I'm being honest. And Ichigo is one of my favorite characters of all time, but he just got cooked here. So it starts off with Ichigo and Rukia feeling Grimmjow's spiritual pressure. And just look at them, they not ready for the smoke. Grimmjow appears and just look at him, straight horrifying. He descends to the ground slowly and oh nah. They can barely take his spiritual pressure. You should have known that they were going to get cooked. Just look at how they got my goat Rukia looking. She knows she's about to get cooked. Eyes all bucked and everything. Grimmjow stares at them. It's like, yeah, this is about to be easy. Free XP. And then he says this.
Which one of you is the strongest? Who's gonna take me on?
And then Rukia says this.
Ichigo, get out of here! Run!
He should have just listened because the beatdown that he took was just embarrassing. So Rukia gets cooked, Grimmjow tosses her to the ground, and then Ichigo charges back in, and I know y'all see this big Chuck E. Cheese smile that Grimmjow got on his face. Sign number 1. Ichigo was cooked. So Grimmjow decides to just start aura farming for no apparent reason at all. Just look at him. Hands in his pocket and everything, not even taking it seriously. Ichigo tries to catch him off guard, but nope, doesn't work. He gets blocked and sent flying back. Ichigo releases his Bankai, but still gets cooked because there's levels to this. Ichigo rushes in, gets kicked, dodges Grimmjow's attack, and then Grimmjow dodges his attack and punches him all the way back. Ichigo jumps up in the air, dodges his attack again, and then gets kneed in the gut. It was so powerful it had him coughing up blood. Ichigo gets sent flying all the way back down to the ground, and then Grimmjow proceeds to do this warm-up and then charges back in. Ichigo gets his attack ready, but Grimmjow blocks it and then kicks him, and this had Ichigo's neck spinning all type of ways but the right way. Grimmjow starts walking Ichigo down, and I just knew a violation was coming. And to make all this worse, Ichigo didn't even get a good hit on Grimmjow. But this right here is pure disrespect. Grimmjow grabs him by his shirt and then begins to give him a 500-piece combo. This has to be one of the most embarrassing fights in all of Bleach. Just look at how they got my goat Ichigo looking. After the 500-piece combo, Grimmjow punches him all the way up in the air and then kicks him right back down. And then proceeds to aura farm after all that. Yeah, Ichigo should have just listened to Rukia and ran. Now this next one was just another violation. Not even a fight. Frieza versus Vegeta. So it starts off with Frieza talking crazy, talking about some...
Please, if you believe you can defeat me, then you're more delusional than ever!
Vegeta wasn't about to let that disrespect slide, so he goes Super Saiyan Blue. And I want you guys to see this man Frieza. He sees Vegeta go Super Saiyan Blue and begins to start backing back. Like, bro, wasn't you just talking crazy not too long ago? Just look at this man's face. He's not ready for the smoke for real. So he decides to start key spamming, and every Dragon Ball fan knows this, that this move don't work. So Frieza key spams, that doesn't work. Vegeta just starts walking him down, and look at Frieza backing back. And then Vegeta says this.
You of all people should know this about me, but I don't share Kakarot's taste for forgiveness. I'm sending you back to hell.
Ha ha. Your threats are as empty as your title. All hail Vegeta, Prince of No One.
Yeah. I don't know why bro was talking like that, because this happened. Vegeta charges at him and then gut checks him. And then Frieza proceeds to miss twice, get punched clean in the face, misses again, gets kneed in the gut, and then kicked. And yeah, that was just flat out embarrassing. He then charges at Vegeta, misses, and then he just starts getting cooked. And this right here is just pure embarrassment. He went from on his golden form to back to his normal form. He tries to get back up, but proceeds to fall right back down on his knees. This is just embarrassing. Yeah, Frieza was talking crazy and didn't even get a single hit in. Now this next one, nobody probably expected it to be on this list, but it was a pure violation. Chun-Li versus Juri. This whole movie is basically just about Juri violating people. So Chun-Li squares up, ready to run to Fade. Juri jumps up, does a backflip, Chun-Li gets ready, and they do this epic cinematic clash. Had me looking at my phone like this. That was peak. So after the clash, they start boxing, and this is just pure peak. So Juri starts blocking all of Chun-Li's attacks, and I know y'all see her with a smirk on her face. She's not serious. After seeing that, I just knew Chun-Li wasn't gonna win. I mean, just look at Chun-Li trying mad hard to get a hit in. And Juri's just blocking and dodging everything. Chun-Li kicks Juri in the leg, jumps up, and then shoots the energy ball. But I know y'all see Juri standing there, and I just knew it's not gonna work. Juri cancels out her attack, and then this is where the violation happened. Chun-Li squares up again, and Juri just goes up to her and one-shots her. All it took was one kick from Juri to make Chun-Li realize she wasn't like that. She flies off, slams into the wall, and then lands on the ground. And oh no! Once again, another character with her own version of the Yamcha pose. Now I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to make a part 3 to this.